And welcome back to another edition of Classic Doom Walkthroughs. Today we're taking on a single mod WAD file by the name of Steel Renegade. I think this is a clever map. It's lots of fun to play. The game is spaced and paced out. There are lots of distinct areas and some fun secrets, as well as some twists. I really do enjoy this map, and I do think it's very much worth checking out and having a playthrough. The game is powered by GZDoom using the Doom 2 Hell on Earth platform. As always, we're playing on the Ultraviolence difficulty setting in order to get 100% in all three of these categories. There are 259 kills to be had, which is pretty impressive for a single mod WAD. There are 4 secrets and 255 items, yes. A lot of health bonuses, a lot of armor bonuses. Easy to miss, easy to be frustrated at the end when you're missing one or two and you're like, oh my god, where the heck is that one health bonus or one armor bonus? It's my intention to show you how to pick all of them up and do all of this effectively and enjoy and have some fun. So let's go ahead and start off right away. This is the starting room. Pick up some pistol packs. You can see there's a health bonus. Now, you can't legitimately jump in Doom, so that's not the way to get it. You can see the texture behind it is a little off too. And one of these, there are 2 areas kind of like this where you're going to have to go to a different area to make your way back here to access that. I find it quite clever and quite fun, and I'll show you how all that works. So why don't we go ahead? There's going to be a bunch of, well, not shotgunners, I guess, zombie men around and a mancubus in the middle. So we're going to make a hard right, get rid of these 2 zombie men so we can take some cover and dispose of the zombie men approaching with our pistol. We have 50 bullets. Why not use some of them? Staying away from the mancubus, which is in that cage over there. Alright, so far we've managed to take on some of the gunners without taking any damage, which is nice. Alright, so here we are. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go around. And we're going to grab some armor bonuses so we don't forget them, and make our way over here. There are 2 gunners, so just be mindful of that. But that is a nice way to collect some shotgun and ammo and armor and some armor bonuses, so don't miss those. Looks like the mancubus is infighting with the imps. Looks like one imp is gone. Oh, they are not getting along well. That's pretty good. So now I think what we can do is maybe we can take care of the mancubus. We do have some shotgun ammo. There we go. So the room is not fully pacified. There are some enemies here. And that seems to be that for now. So if you look around, that's where we came in. The red key door. There's a lift we can access now. And as well, there is a teleporter. We will take that teleporter. It takes us to a room. It's not a secret, but there's ammo and some enemies there. We will do that soon. So the next area we're going to explore is down here. There are shotgunners running around, so do be careful. Do grab your shotgun ammo as you run around picking them off. If you want, sure, let's pick up some health bonuses now. They're available. And in here there's a couple of zombie men, so let's just use our pistols so we can preserve some shotgun ammo. So as soon as we enter and kind of clear this area out, the walls will lower around us and multiple enemies will come out, including a revenant. So, we don't have a lot of arms for that. So let's go back out the way we came. We'll let the kids fight, but the revenant is the main concern for us. Right? Like we have a regular shotgun and we have some pistol ammo. All right, well, that's not too bad. So we did okay there. There might be another imp left. No? Okay. So let's pick up anything that we missed, any armor or health bonuses. There's a few back here. And before we leave this area, let's press on the wall here. Yeah, that's our first secret. That's kind of fun. A backpack. And that'll help us collect the ammo more efficiently. So now this area has been pacified. We have not taken that teleporter yet. You can see just to the left of the rifle of the shotgun. We will take that soon. It's not quite ready yet for us to do that. So let's go ahead, switch over to our chain gun that we picked up in that other room, because this is really all gunners here. Zombie men, shotgunners, and imps, which would be nice to just kind of pick off at a distance so we don't take really, if not any, then too much damage. some gentle tappa-tappas of the chain gun. Let's pick all this ammo up, always good to have. Over there is a shotgunner. Be sure to take care of the shotgunner before you go too far. There's also a zombie man in there too. We don't have a berserk pack yet, so we're going to have to use the chain gun on the pinkies for now and any specters. But that's okay. We will get a berserk pack after, but not quite yet. So yeah, grab all these armor bonuses plus the ammo, and there are 2 shotgunners in here. This area doesn't lead anywhere, although it overlooks an open area that we will get to later. But we can't really access any of those enemies quite yet. Alright, the red key not available to us. We'll continue on. Yes, there are some imps and shotgunners in this room. Be sure to take care of them. If you want to use your shotgun, that's okay. You can divide your ammo up the way you see fit and what's most effective. Now, before you press this switch, I recommend kind of like doing a little damage to those gunners. There we go. There's another gunner to the left, and there's a super shotgun just beyond. So let's do that. Grab that super shotgun and then kind of duck our way out, because there will be lots of fire. I'm hoping for some infighting with the Mancubus. So far, I have not had any luck with that. Nothing really, anyway. The shotgunner is playing with the Mancubus, not so nicely. Oh boy, okay. Doesn't seem to mind. So let's just dispose of the Mancubus ourselves, shall we? And the pinky. That should be it for this room. There are enemies beyond, so let's just go pick up all the ammo, all the health bonuses. Yes, you got to pick them all up. You do want your 100%, and some armor bonuses here. There's also there's a couple of imps. One imp on the left and 2 on the right, but there's also a specter. So why don't we just go ahead with our super shotgun. Boop. And dispose of the specter. And you can see here the boxes are low enough for us to get up. There's another switch here, but let's see if we can take care of the 2 shotgunners that are there. Oh, that was bad aim. I'm the only one who got hit. Okay, break out your super shotgun. There is a Hell Knight, so with our super shotgun, I think we can make short work of the Hell Knight. Pick up again all the armor bonus, the health bonuses rather, and the ammo. There's ammo if you pick it up and if you're judicious with it. So now you can see the red key has lowered, and the implication or the temptation is to go straight for it. Do not. Take out your pistol. You can see there's a switch hidden there. It's not easy to find, but it's right there. Turn around, and you see now that area has opened. It will be a secret area. Get ready for some open area fun. There's some specters. There is some imps. So we're going to go ahead and continue through this main area. Right, tag the secret, pick up all your goodies. Again, we don't have our berserk pack yet, so we will have to super shotgun away the specters. And if you want to use your chain gun, it depends what you're more plentiful in your quiver right now. What do you have? You can use your regular shotgun, your super shotgun, I guess, or your chain gun. So, having cleared this room, we continue on. There's a shotgunner and 2 zombie men here, so let's dispose of them. And here's a similar to the starting area. You see there's a health pack there. You cannot legitimately get it, but I will show you. We'll eventually get out through here and be able to be lifted up and to get the health bonus. It's a clever little way of going about it. I do enjoy that. So let's go ahead and switch to the chain gun. There are some shotgunners below. Well, I was kind of hoping to have some barrel exploding fun, but that only happened once. I don't see the zombie man, but we're going to go down. There's going to be, as soon as we grab that rocket launcher, which is welcome, there will be a Mancubus and at least 3 Hell Knights plus some other smaller enemies. So we're going to take care of the Mancubus right away. So let's go ahead. Yeah, just be careful. And also be mindful behind you, if you're over on that side, that there are exploding barrels yet to be explored, if you know what I mean. So you don't want the Hell Knights kind of picking you off inadvertently by hitting a barrel next to you. There are rockets aplenty here, so go ahead and grab those with whatever ammo you need or can't pick up. We do have the backpack now. So yeah, let's hit that switch so we can get out of here. Hit this switch, take the rockets, and now you can see there's a little platform just beyond. Yes, it allows us to get the health pack if we need it. There's nothing else to do at this point. That's just the only function of it. But at the start area, when we have a similar function, we'll be able to test out that door and see what that mismatched texture on that wall is and see what happens. So let's go ahead. I do like to fire off a cheap shot without any consequence on the pain elemental, so I get rid of them being, well, with the lost souls, I guess, first. So that's pretty good. We do have a decent amount of rockets. I wouldn't say an overabundance, but always be careful using your rockets around the lost souls. That's an easy way to get a rocket to blow up in your face. So if you're not comfortable with that, you can use your chain gun or your super shotgun in this scenario, and it'll do just fine to dispose of all these enemies. So this is where this is actually where we came out. So we come back through, and now we're done this area. And out we go. And now we can go ahead and get the red key. So let's go ahead, try to strafe on. As you know, I stink at it. Oh my goodness, I missed it. I really stink at it. Let's try that again. Try to strafe run so we don't take any damage. All right, that was better. My apologies, that was pretty sad. Okay, and so now we're done this area. Why don't we go ahead? What's next? Okay, well, we'll certainly get into the it's through the red door with the red key. Why not? There is another. Just trying to remember where it is. Did I miss that little secret? I don't think so. No, I think I'm going in the right direction. All right, so let's continue on with the red key room. There's a chain gun around here, and this is where the imps were. Oh, took a little damage there. So why don't we go ahead now? Dispose of these enemies. There's a revenant above, which will come out to play shortly, and there are some zombie men across. So why don't we go ahead, take care of the zombie men, kind of out of the way of that window up there, because there is a revenant ready to play. Oh, there it is. Okay, so let's get ready. I like to use the chain gun. It's kind of an awkward angle to take care of the revenant. Don't let the rockets hit you in the face. Certainly not on the way out. All right, I heard the clickety-clangy bones of the Revenant, and so the Revenant is done. Now we have a Berserk pack that we just got from this little room. Let's punch out the pinky so we can preserve some ammo. Let's go ahead now. There are a couple of cacos along with a lost soul. Do you use a super shotgun? That sounds reasonable. Do you have enough ammo? Did you use up other ammo? I don't know. You can use a rocket, I suppose. I mean, maybe unnecessary. There are a couple of imps kind of lurking behind here. So we can go ahead and do that. Now take out your chain gun at this point, because as we go collect the armor and health bonuses, a couple of lost souls are going to kind of peek out through these little tunnels. You see one just passed above my head. Usually two come out, sometimes only one, and it'll remain up there. I'm not really sure what the difference is. Do hit the switch. And so I think the super shotgun, because we're not sure which enemy is going to be standing there. Could be a number of enemies. You see, you're kind of surrounded by it initially. So there's that other lost soul, and there's a Hell Knight coming too. But with the super shotgun and some ammo, I think we're fine. There's nothing else this way other than the armor. This way. We won't go any further than this just because we want to get rid of that shotgunner. So we'll continue up this path for now. Actually, before we do that, I told you before that we can go ahead into that area where those enemies were. Yes, here is the secret. You just press on that panel, you come down here, and now you get to the fun part. This is the starting area, if you recall, and now we can go ahead and legitimately get the health bonus. Yeah, and it reveals a secret switch. This is the ultra super secret area, as I'm told by the creator of this WAD. So let's hop in, and this is a pretty neat and kind of fun room. I mean, none of this stuff is really kind of my thing, but other than the Doom posters, but maybe it is for you. I think this is pretty cool, and it's obviously important and means something to the creator of this WAD. So do enjoy the view. There is, including the monster drinks, I guess. There is a Baron, as you saw. So let's go ahead. There's a generous amount of ammo in here. More rockets even. We did pick up quite a few, but there's even more. We can go up here if we want, have a look around. Cool Doom posters, monster drinks, and other things. So, I mean, if this is your thing, you're going to love this room. If it's not, well, just admire it for its art. Inside the next room in the secret is a Hell Knight. Leave it alone because there's a Revenant to the side. We're going to try to dispose of the Revenant with a couple of blasts. There we go. And you can be sloppy if you want, but don't be, I guess, with the Hell Knight, because you can see there's a Megasphere waiting for us. Past the beer bottle, into the bathtub, and voila. Now we have 200 health and armor. That's just wonderful, isn't it? This is a great secret room. Really enjoyable. A pretty gross toilet. My goodness, I don't know if that's the Revenant who was having upset stomach there, but that's pretty ugly and pretty cool by way of design. So we're done now, the super secret area. Out we go, and look at that. We already have all 4 secrets. And we're back at the start point, but we're really not far away from where we were a moment ago. We just have to go back in through the red doors, hit this lift again, and up we go. And this is where we stopped. But don't continue along this way. We never did go up these stairs. It's a self-contained area with gunners, a lot of shotgunners, a chain gunner, an imp, and a Hell Knight. So let's go ahead and be careful of the Hell Knight. There's a chain gunner around somewhere to the left. There it is. Alright, so now with our super shotgun, that's my weapon of choice for the Hell Knight. Perhaps you like doing like a fun rocket. I just kind of acting a little silly there, pouncing around. Oh, we do have a berserk pack, so let's punch out the pinky. And we're going to go ahead. This room is easy to miss and easy to forget, but it has a plethora of health, armor bonuses, and ammunition. So don't miss it, because there's a lot to pick up here, which will serve you in good stead as we progress this map. Yeah, so pick up all this ammo, and everything's fantastic here. And now, like I said, this is an easy area to miss, especially after taking that secret. But now we're ready to continue on. Break out the chain gun, because that's just the blue door. We don't have the blue key yet. So there are imps around the corner, plus a Revenant. So I don't know, do you want to break out a rocket? Sure, why not? I mean, we haven't used too many. Although you can easily just use the chain gun. You can also just use the super shotgun. Whatever's your pleasure. Just look at your ammo count, and you can make your own decision. I still have 18 rockets. I felt it was worthwhile. There's a pain elemental around the corner. So let's light it up and duck out of the way before it explodes, so hopefully any lost souls popping out will just simply squish up against the wall and result in nothing. Isn't that nice? So without the blue key, we continue along with map progression. Here we are. There are a lot of zombie men and imps in this little room. It's easy to just take little bits of damage at a time. So why don't we go ahead? See? It's easy to take a little bit of damage. Nothing too threatening, but be mindful of that. So there's armor bonuses, health bonuses. Pick it all up. Yes, we'll be down in that area soon enough. Let's go ahead here, pick up these armor bonuses. And okay, this is probably one of the more dangerous areas of the map. So as soon as we kind of grab that stuff, the doors will close in on both sides, and we'll be trapped in here, and these walls will open up, revealing a bunch of enemies, including 2 Revenants. In a tight area, it's a tight fix. But what we're going to do is we're going to go in the room to the left once those doors or the walls open and allow us inside. Up past a couple of shotgunners, press a switch which will open up the door here, and we will retreat back to this area for a hold point so we can fight a little bit more realistically. So why don't we go ahead? Alright. Let's quickly make our way out. Ah! I did not make my way out fast enough. But anyway, you get the idea. That's how I like to make my way out anyway. It's a lot more manageable this way. Thank you, Revenant, for your contribution. And now we can just pick up the goodies left behind. Everybody else has been pacified. And that button, of course, was already pressed by us. So now we can continue on. That's how I do it anyway. I find it's just easier to get the doors to open up again. Instead of fighting the Revenants in that tiny little room with all the other enemies. It's just, you know, it's a bit of a jumbled mess if you do that. So that's my way of doing it. Perhaps you have your own way, but I think that's the most effective and safe way. Let's continue along. Back to the chain gun. This is that room we were overlooking before when we got to that other area. So let's start over here. There are, you can see, chain gunners going up and down on both of these platforms. There's two actually on each. Oh, looks like I'm running out of chain gun ammo, so I was not as judicious as I would have liked. Let's see if we can get that other one. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, good. So there are lots of enemies down below, including a Mancubus. There are also some chain gunners along the ledge on the other side. So let's be mindful of that. We have our Berserk Fist. Let's go Berserk. And again, our Imp friend will have to be disposed of just with the regular shotgun. So just be mindful, there are lots of enemies to come our way, including a shotgunner. Like I said, there is a Mancubus below. Don't forget to grab the armor bonuses as you go. In this room that we're approaching, lots of armor, lots of health bonuses. Easy to just kind of skip by. Don't. Break out your super shotgun, because the Mancubus is not going to be impressed with your puny regular shotgun. You could use some imps in here. You could use your rockets, I guess, if you have enough room. That's fine too. Another chain gunner, like I mentioned. Oop, ran out. I got to be more judicious with the chain gun, I think. Health if you need it, but certainly pick up the wonderful ammo they have lying around. There's health bonus, armor bonuses here rather. More ammo and bonuses over here. Like I said, easy to miss. Just make sure you take the extra second and have a quick look. There's another chain gunner down there. And make sure you got all of them, because there's a lot. Last enemy of the area, so now we're good to go. We're not going to do map progression quite yet. There's another teleporter down there. In the spirit of this map, you see this quite a bit. Yeah, it's not a secret, but it does take us up here with all these rockets, and we do want them. So why don't we go ahead, just drop down. Don't go too far off, or you end up in the goo. That's damaging floor. And now we can do map progression. So whenever you see a teleporter, you're at some point obliged to take it, I think. There's no requirement to get all those rockets, but they will come in handy later. That's for sure. So let's see here. Did I get the imp? No, I don't think so. I think I just kind of pushed him back. I like to take out the rocket launcher here because of the Revenant. If I can shoot decently. That wasn't the best example. Health bonuses around the pillar here, so don't forget to grab that. And I don't think I did get that imp. No, it's right there. Now, do I have any chain gun bullets? I think so, because there's a chain gunner in here. We do want to use the chain gun. That's preferable. Now we can switch back to the super shotgun. There is a series of gunners in there and a helmet. So just be mindful that the gunners will come. Maybe switch over, I guess, to the regular shotgun. There's a gunner on each side, shotgunner. That isn't anything, so we can just continue along. There should be a pinky here somewhere. Oh, there it is. So let's go ahead. Punch out the pinky. Yeah, why not? And around this corner, around this corner is a box of shotgun shells, so that is definitely welcome. More enemies this way, including gunners. Be mindful, there will be a chain gunner to the left who will casually make his way to this open window to tag you on the right. So just be ready for him. See? He's sneaky, but I gave you the warning, so you have no excuses. An imp up here, and there are a couple more shotgunners. If you just carefully poke your head around. I think we got the other one already. We did, yes. So pick up all the ammo that's here. It's fairly generous. And now we can continue with map progression. Open this up, and yeah, now we have the blue key. So we're all good to go. We can head down to back to this familiar area. And this pillar has lifted up, so now we get a few extra goodies as a reward, but there will be more enemies here, including a Hell Knight. So go straight to avoid the initial onslaught of fire. Right? So I think at this point it's mostly imps and stuff. If memory serves, there's a Revenant down there. So let's go ahead. Why not? We can go ahead and just use up a rocket or two if you want. You don't have to. It certainly isn't mandatory, but why not? We have plenty. Right now I still have 31 rockets. I think will serve us well. And there's more rockets to pick up. Like I said, there's not an overabundance of ammo here, but it's not meager either. So you can go ahead and have some fun. So that should be it for these enemies. Yeah, and With these areas opened up now, we do have all these armor and health bonuses from these areas. So go ahead and pick them up. Nothing further here. But now armed with the blue key, we can go ahead into this area. A couple of shotgunners. There you are. Yes, there are enemies down there. That's an open area that we'll get to in a moment. Just by going through that door. But first we're going to go up here. Don't forget to get up here. You can just kind of walk up. There's no jumping allowed, as you know, and it isn't necessary. Nothing on that side, so don't bother with it. Chain gun time, because there's lots of gunners. Yeah, they're quick. Do want to get the gunner more than the Kako at the moment. Oh, okay. Well, some infighting is good. There's another gunner there if I can find him. Oh, brother. That was terrible shooting, I must say. Where are you, gunner? Oh, well. Oh, thank you, Pinky. All right, well, maybe this is time for some rockets. Why not? I haven't used too many. And goodbye. So be mindful, again, lots of armor and health bonuses to pick up. I like to pick off the lower level enemies, if you like, the regular shotgunners and zombie men. Be mindful that there can be fire from across the way. Let's grab our... Come here, Pinky. Grab our Berserk Fist. Now, coming up very shortly, whoops, will be a Revenant. And that imp is still up there. We should probably take care of him. Come here, you. And we can pick up some ammo as we go. Maybe a super shotgun? I don't know. I think so. I think maybe switch over to the chain gun and reach him at this distance. So that Mancubus is a bit of a nuisance at this point. I have not seen it in fight yet at all with the Hell Knight that's there. So I don't know what happened. I don't see the Hell Knight. Maybe there was an infighting and we just missed it. So let's go ahead, take care of this imp. Pick up the rockets. We're going to need a few rockets anyway. And you can see the Revenant kind of hanging out back there. So we're going to go ahead and fire off at the Revenant just after we pick up some of these armor bonuses. There we go. And that's one straightforward way to get rid of the Revenant. There is a chain gunner in here. I don't have enough bullets, it seems. I have not been judicious. So get ready for the chain gunner, the blast of your super shotgun, and hit the switch. That will raise the platform so we can get across. We're not going across this very second. We still have armor and health bonuses to collect. Like I said, there is a lot of that. So we can go ahead and do that. So now that we've kind of cleared the area, let's go ahead and pick up some more ammo. There's ammo to pick up here. There's also some armor bonuses. Yeah, I mean, with all the corpses, it's harder to see. But they're there. And up here are some health bonuses where the Mancubus was on its perch. Oh, there's the Hell Knight. I guess it was infighting, and it took care of it for us. Thank you. So I like to take out the rockets. This is just an awkwardly placed Hell Knight, well placed by the designer, don't get me wrong. And we can go ahead. If you don't have enough rockets, fire off at least one or two, and then you can blast it with the super shotgun here. And that'll just allow us to get to this switch. Now we can drop down, which will allow us to get back to the, or get to rather, the final area, which is the exit and the last enemies to fight. But we do have a level below here. Take out our Berserk Fist, I guess, because it's a couple of Spectres, really. Some ammo and some health and armor bonuses. So we cannot finish with our 100% unless we come down here. Let's go ahead, dispose of the Spectres with our Berserk Fist, and like I said, I'm terrible at the strafe running. Hopefully you're better. Go ahead and make your way through all this. And there are 2 health bonuses here, and then up we go. And that should be that. So we should have, yes, we should have only 5 remaining. That sounds about right. We do have all the secrets and some enemies left. So I think we've gone ahead and cleared this area nicely. This is now the final area. There's going to be some imps. There's going to be some revenants. Okay, and there's another revenant somewhere. Where'd you go, Revy? Oh. There we go. Almost stuck up on me there. Careful, there's a Hell Knight in the middle room, and there's an Archvile all the way at the end, so do be careful. Let's take care of the Hell Knight right away before it becomes too much trouble. Now, do you want to use a rocket? Do you want to use a super shotgun for the archvile? Is up to you. Let's get him cooking. I mean, the shotgun is certainly an acceptable and easy way to dispose of it, but we can use rockets too, since we had quite a bit. All right, last enemy is a Pinky, the Berserk Fist, and let's do a final count just to be sure. Yes, all 265 kills, all 4 secrets, and all 255 items. You know what that means. We are done. So yeah, I really, really enjoy this map. It's a great single mod WAD. According to Doomworld, the author is anonymous, so I'm not really sure to give credit to. I'll put the full name of the WAD in the description. Of course, all of my WADs I pick up at Doomworld, and I do pick up, of course, the Doom programs and stuff on Steam. But that's where you'll be able to find it if you just type in the name of the WAD, and I'll put it in the description. Anyway, great WAD, great job. I thought it was a lot of fun and clever and well designed. I hope you do enjoy it. I would highly recommend you give it a try. If you get stuck, yeah, hopefully this walkthrough has given you the tips and tricks that you needed, or you just simply enjoyed it. Either way, hit that subscribe button. You won't miss any further videos that I upload. That's it for today for Classic Doom Walkthroughs. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.